I come here because it's the only place that does really good adult classes.
I liked that it didn't matter if you were a certain level, it looked very inviting no matter what your experience was.
Yeah.
And what's your experience in ballet? What have you done? What have you girls done before?
Zero experience.
A little bit when I was little.
A couple of bumps last year.
It
didn't let me.
I did it until I was about 18 and then stopped for a few years and now starting again.
Why do you think people start ballet and then stop when they reach their teens? It happens quite a lot, doesn't it?
I think it's time and peer pressure as well. Definitely.
Peer pressure.
Because I did it with a group of friends, that's why I stayed going until I was 18, because we all did it and that was what we did. But after that, I moved to London and obviously different class, different people.
And what made you guys want to come back to ballet after all these years?
Fitness. Watching films like The Black Swan and seeing their bodies.
Did you see Black Swan? It's gorgeous film. I loved it.
No, we watched it on Saturday. I didn't like it.
I loved Black Swan. I absolutely loved it. It was a great film.
Yeah, it's quite extreme.
I like the energetic.
Gosh, I like the end because I thought she was pretty.
Yeah.
Mental weakness.
Yeah, but it was a bit of a psychotic thing.
It
But we're not
was.
all like that. We're not
And what do you think about the Basement Dance Studio itself as a club generally?
It's good, easy to get to. I can drive and park outside for free.
Nice size classes.
Friendly and inviting as well.
Yeah.
Like, you don't feel like when you're walking into a class, if you don't know anybody, that you'd be a bit like, oh, I'm at the back. You know, people invite you in. There's not too many people that you feel lost in a crowd either.
It's really nice. It's a smaller group actually. That you get to speak to, get to know each other better. And it's not nice when you go and there's like 20, 30 people in a class and you can't see yourself move in the mirror. And you can't.
So on that point there, so how does the Basement compare to other clubs that you've done classes at?
The one that I did dance at when I was about 18, it was like above a boot store in Derbyshire. So it was alright. I didn't like the lady that ran it, she was just interested in money. And actually on that point, these classes are quite cheap, I think. Compared to other places that you can pay online as well. Yeah, that's quite handy.
It's always good.
Yeah, take that.
I went to one class in Crawley because I was trying to find a replacement for my last proper one, and it was hideous. Like, I'm sure from doing a couple of months I could have taught a better class, and I didn't go back.
Because we did ballet with like one of my really good friends who was at the Royal Ballet School. He taught us, and it was virtually private because it was just us.
There was like 3 of us most weeks.
And it was really good. We had such a nice time. And then when we stopped, and we were trying to find somewhere else to come back, and we were really worried when we came here that it wasn't going to be the same because we had such a good experience. But this has been better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so nice to hear.
He used to just break down into conversation, just have a little chat instead of doing the classes.
But at the end, you really feel like you've worked as well. You don't feel like you just turned up, done a few bits and bobs, and that's it.
Like a keep fit lesson at the end, you're like, but it's good because then you know you're actually doing something.
What would you say to somebody who's never done a ballet class before and was considering starting one, participating in one?
It's addictive.
Get a ROI from it.
What would you say?
I would say definitely. I've done quite a few adult ballet classes before, and this one is much more structured. You feel like you're actually learning something.
Well, you all look like happy customers. That's good.
We'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back.